Nation.
Alright, today's the first day of all-day turkey season. You can hunt afternoon. Had a great morning this morning, but I thought I'd come in here this afternoon and see if I couldn't get back here in this back field. The turkeys are usually back here pretty good between 12:30 and 4:30 in the afternoon, and have been ever since the last week of March. So I thought I'd sneak back here and get one of my blinds, natural blind or cloth blind, but as soon as I started in back here, I looked way out in the distance and can see at least one hen up in here where they dust. So I'm not sure if she's got a gobbler with her or not. There's always a few hens working this, but I've been getting pictures of gobblers pretty regularly in the afternoon. So brought my scoot and shoot back here. If they're already out in the middle of the field, I might have to try it. If not, I'd love to be able to sneak into my natural blind. Yeah, I knew that hen right there. I've got her on trail camera. She's got a really messed up leg, if she even still has it. She won't put no weight on it. That's a good looking tom right there.
Denied.
That right there scared the piss out of those turkeys. And they were just not this shade line, but just at the edge of the next shade line. I know on a GoPro it looks like it's a long way, but that's 80 yards, if that. Still a turkey. That hen that hops on one leg, she's still down there next to my blind. I'm surprised the predator hasn't gotten her because she can't run. One of her legs is either completely broken or I'm not quite sure what, but she's in bad shape. I don't know how well it shows up on cam, but that little strip of grass that don't get very high just stays kind of low to the ground along that edge of the wood line right there. Those turkeys absolutely love it. They've been in front of my cameras like clockwork. I come here today and it's just like it's been. There they were. I was just late getting in here. But they love that strip. back here in my favorite field on a wet drip morning, super foggy. The weather front came through yesterday evening, dumped on us pretty good, and the creek is really loud down there next to where my blind is, so I didn't go down into the blind. I came up here into a natural blind that I have on this point because I wouldn't be able to hear anything down there. Set a decoy spread about 25-30 yards that way. It's 2 flex tone hens and a avian X laydown hen in front of a trail camera I put out in the field. And then back here I have I call him Little Freak Nasty. He's a foam decoy that's got real wings and a real tail fan and a real beard, but everything's kind of small and jacked up on him. He just don't look like much. I think anything would want to kick his tail. And then I got a hen with it, and I got a trail camera set on it also in case something comes in. I might be able to get some interaction. Kevin and Danny are up on the mountain high. Might not be so foggy up there. I think the wind's supposed to kick up to 9, 10 to 12 mile per hour up there, so the fog shouldn't last long. But down here it's going to be calm, so I think it's going to be a while. I'm in for a long sit before it clears up. The field is so wet, my feet are soaked coming in here, but I don't know if the turkey's going to come in the field too awful much until it dries out. But I know Gus and Chris is on the prime property going after those birds, those 2 gobblers that we couldn't close the deal on the other day. It skirted us. It was on the last video I posted, but Chris and Gus are in there after them. And Chris is a really good turkey hunter, so they might have a pretty good shot at him. He calls really well and pretty smart about how he approaches those things. So I'm hoping that they can get 1 or 2 of those birds this morning. It'd be great if they could double. Anyway, I think I'm in for a long sit, and I'm just going to kind of get comfortable, and hopefully it clears up pretty quick and these turkeys start to come into this field. There's 3 gobblers that's been working this quite regularly. I'm not going to say more times than not they're back here, but they're back here quite regularly. And last time I came in here a few days ago, they were back here, and I'm hoping that they're still working the area. I boogered them up a little bit with a scoot and shoot. It didn't work out very well. They did not like that thing, but they've had a few days to calm down. And this big weather front, weather like that usually draws them to the fields. So I'm hoping that they're still in this area, and I might get lucky this afternoon and be able to lay something down on video for you guys. That's that hen that's got that injured leg. I'm surprised she's still alive. I can't believe. I mean, she can't run at all to get lift. I wouldn't think she'd be long for this world. But she's been like that at least since 3rd week of March. And we're at the end of April now. Well, there they are. They're a long ways out. I can only hope that they see my decoys and come this way. They haven't made a gobble all morning. They definitely seem a decoy. They just don't know what to make of it. First gobble of the day. Well, some crows flew over, and when they flew over I heard a gobble, and it was all the way down in the creek bottom over here, which told me for sure they were leaving the field for a while. I believe when they crested out of the field, I mean, I know they've seen these decoys, and there's a strutter and a hen there, but they just couldn't care less. I can't say that they seen my other decoys down there, my other spread. I don't know if they did or they didn't. They might have saw that one. I'm not sure, but either way, they didn't care anything about the decoy spread. My setup, of course, I'm right there on the corner, and it's perfect. I mean, it's all shaded and brushed in good, and yeah, that's where I was sitting at. But they end up picking up a second hen. I saw that right before they got out of sight. That fourth tom kind of lingered back for a little bit, and then he disappeared, and I knew he was just shadowing the group. And then that hen come by 20 minutes later. I mean, that crow come by 20 minutes later and got that gobbler to gobble, and I knew then they'd done crossed a 5-strand fence and a creek bottom. So I tiptoed up and looked, and I actually found them down in just on the other side of the creek bottom. And they were just moseying along. They wasn't a bit afraid. I mean, they wasn't spooked or anything. They were just kind of feeding and moseying along. So I'm not sure how long. I mean, it could be the end of the day before they come back into this field. I'll come back and check later. Maybe come back and sit in the blind for an evening hunt or something. They might come back out up at the high part of the field. But for now, they're definitely going to be out of the area for a while. I'll show you guys my setup. There it is, all my gear down in there. And yeah, I'm going to go down here and pick up this spread. It's you know, I was really hoping when that fourth tom come down in the bottom down there. I know at one point he craned up and looked, and I felt like he seen at least that looker right there. And right after he saw it, one of the gobblers went to mount that hen up there, and every time he would mount that hen, that fourth gobbler would run up and try to intervene, and then the other two gobblers would run blocker. I actually told a couple of my buddies, Gus and Kevin, I told them about seeing this behavior on my trail cameras down there near the blind and all. I'd actually got a video clip of the exact same thing, the 3 toms, one of them breeding, and a fourth gobbler just appearing and trying his best to intervene. And then, you know, here it is 4 days, 5 days later after pulling those SD cards and seeing that, I saw the same behavior out here. So they're probably on the same hen. She just doesn't have a full clutch yet. But you know, I tried my best with these multiple decoy spreads, and I'd set cameras up in case they came in so I could get y'all some good video, and just didn't work out for me. But I may come back this evening and see what happens. I saw this hen this morning. And she just went up and just laid down right there. She might have her clutch right there in the field in the open. Because she's not dusting or anything, she just laid down flat. Well, she's doing something, I can't quite tell what. Well, she's almost acting like she's covering a nest. Don't know how wise it would be to have it there along a fence line. Those predators like to run up and down that fence line. Well, I don't know how well you can hear me over this creek, but I came in here after just going home and getting something hot to eat and getting some dry clothes on, warming up just a little bit. I came back out here about 2:30, 6 o'clock now. I got here at 2:30 and was sneaking up the edge of the field, and right here at the edge of the field, I mean literally 5 feet, 10 feet away, I saw at least 2 of the 3 gobblers. The third was probably there also, I just couldn't see because of the tree limbs hanging over. I saw the hen that has the hurt leg and at least 1 other hen. And they were all right up in here. But other than 1 hen that's been way up high in the field just going back and forth, not at all associated with these birds. Other than her, I haven't seen anything, so I gave it another good shot. I was really hoping they were between my blinds just right up there at the top of the hill. Being the blind, anything just this side of the hill would have been in shotgun range. But with it getting the hour that it's getting, I can't imagine they're going to come out and cross the field to roost. I'm pretty sure they're just going to roost on this ridge up here. So the creek's right here. It's covering up a lot of my noise. I'm just going to sneak right back up through the woods along the fence line and get out of here. And it's going to be 5 days before I can get back in here again. And my season's getting short because it's about time to start saltwater fishing, and that's going to cut off the end of my turkey season. But hey, I tried. I had a phenomenal morning with those birds. I got some great footage, and I hope you guys enjoyed that.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.